Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in today's video we're going to be covering the castle map. So this new map was introduced to War Robots on update 4.4. So here I am at the War Robots website, and today I'll be showing you guys the map. So here's the website. You're just gonna, if you wanna know about the map and stuff, you're gonna click Knowledge Base, Maps, and there it is, Castle. So when you click on it, you can see the tips aren't added yet, but then you get the map. So then let's head right into it. So here is the map. So let me just explain to you guys what everything means. So right here on the bottom is your spawn. So we'll just say that this is where you spawn. This map is symmetrical. There's no difference between one side and the other. Besides that, up here the castle is new. Up here the castle is old. So we'll just say that you spawn on the old side. So you spawned here. This beacon E is your home beacon, and this beacon D is also your home. Theoretically your side beacon, but we'll just say both of them are your home. And C is the center beacon. Both teams could go for it, and that's why it's purple. So I did kind of levels of cover. So green is level 1, blue, this blue is level 2, and purple is level 3. And then this color, that's kind of this color down here, it's not the same color, but this color down here is just where you don't want to stay still or don't want to hang out by, because from here people up here still have a good angle to hit you, and people over here can still get you, and you don't want to hang around there. So yeah,
Okay, so,
so let me just explain the different spots. So this green area back here is mostly where you want to hang around if you need healing, or if you're just waiting for your jump or your stealth, or your team has a 3 cap and you're just waiting for them to push because you're botting out. And it's very safe. Sure, if you jump out or if you just hang out of the cover spot, maybe you'll get hit, but generally it's a really safe spot. So the blue area, this area
okay, and
right
while
here,
we're at it, let's go here
is
and,
usually
so there's a new feature where you can
kind of where
see yourself in
you
a
will
graveyard, like a tombstone.
be if you want to do some long range damage,
some candles
or
there,
you're waiting for their team but you're still in an aggressive spot to do damage. So
and then the pumpkin bot that we saw in the
obviously
videos
there's a lot of good spots on the hill. You can hide behind this cover, jump back, or just peek out and regenerate your shield. Hide behind this, and right here is a really good spot. You have a Bulgasari or maybe a Fury that can shoot over cover, and obviously this area too if you have something that can shoot over cover, or like Hydras, or Nora comes to hit him up. So yeah, then we have this area here, which is great for providing cover fire at center, and maybe even for people who push into this area here. And then this spot here, which is also pretty good to cover center from below and hit the people that are under the bridge. So then let's talk about this purplish area. The C, the center beacon, is pretty contested in this map, and it's really important depending on which modes, which I'll go through later. You can go here, go under it, and you can get shot from places up here on the hill, and maybe even people that are like here and you're like on the ramp. And the safest spot to go is like right here, right under this part. There's like a little hidey hole that you can hide there, which is great if you just need to survive and maybe let them get closer to you. So this spot right here that I drew is perfect spot to show how you can push on this map. So if you're on C and the enemy are ignoring you, maybe they're going for your E beacon and they're jumping over, or maybe they just have almost drained your beacon bar, you can push to a next level on this castle. If the enemy's here, and on the hill, you can easily fend, or if not fend off, but easily take cover from the enemy fire. And that's a great spot to go. So, and another place for this to happen is the middle. And in the middle, you can hide in this blue spot here, and maybe double dash up here, so double dash into this spot, and then from here, the enemies up here can't shoot you, and the enemies that are here can't shoot you because you have this wall. So the only enemies that can shoot you are the ones in this castle part here. and maybe that are at the center beacon. But if you have like a shielded bot, or maybe a bot that can tank a lot of damage, maybe pushing it there is a good option. So then you got a bunch of positions there, like this L, these places, depending on where the enemy is situated. But then up here, so you have this cover here on this side, and this cover here on this side. If you push either over the bridge, or if you jump over, or if you walk and then go to here, there's always an advancement to the spot. And there's always is an advancement, and then there's some ground in the middle where you can't do anything. So here, let me just show you. So for the rightmost side, or A, there's this area here where there's not a lot of cover, unless you like go over here to the guards, or you maybe hide behind this and kind of double dash around it if you have a dash bot, or maybe have like a shield bot. Obviously you can push, but there's always a place to go, and then there's always a place where you can't go. So unless your team is with you, or you killed all the enemy bots that are there, maybe pushing there isn't the best idea. So another spot is here, and here-ish. It's really open, you can't hide behind cover. Like even on this spot here, sure it's dangerous, but you can just dodge back into this place here. And then on the C beacon, if you can obviously push to this purple place, but this place is wide open. So you just gotta be careful of where you push and make sure that you have cover next to you, or that you can get to cover quickly. So now that I covered everything about that, now let me just talk about the map strategy for each mode. So for each mode, so let's first talk about domination. So for domination, your team would want to put 2 bots up here probably, and mostly long range, and then 3 to 4 bots go to the center beacon, and because that way you want to secure the center beacon, maybe have 2 bots there. So let's say one of your guys dies, which will probably happen, and and then probably one guy to the middle, either here or here. So then once that happens and one of your guys dies, just bring a brawler and just come up here and support your long range. Because like I said before, you can just jump over with a Spectre or jump over with an Inquisitor, and your long range is now dead. So that's the domination strategy. But if they push on both sides, let's say they have 3 people here, 1, 2, 3, and then they have 3 people holding the center beacon. What you can do is get out your Bulgasari or something that has enough speed but has like a shield of some kind, and bring him here. This way you'll put pressure on both sides of the map, hopefully with some Scourge, Shock Train, or maybe one of the new corrosion weapons or lockdown, and you'll be able to put pressure on both sides, and maybe they won't push for your beacon, or you'll be able to push for the center. So yeah, now let's talk about Beacon Rush. So Beacon Rush, I don't know exactly how the strategy will play out. Obviously, there's a lot of ways to go on this map, and the map is pretty big, to be honest. Even though like there's a lot of cover, like I said, to get from E to C or E to B takes a really long time. So, and maybe for Beacon Rush, it'll just be E, D, and C will be contested, and maybe somehow jumping from here to here won't be as overpowered as I think. But I think that sometimes if you just have 1, 2, 3 people here and 1, 2, 3 people there, and maybe not even 3, maybe 1 long range, 1 brawler, and then another person here, maybe that's a good strategy. But maybe if they put all 6 of their players here, they can just take E, and then if you push there and don't respawn, they just take D as well. So yeah, this map seems to be very fluid on like looking at it from a big picture, but maybe it'll take like, yeah, the distances are pretty long, but with the bots nowadays, most bots aren't that slow, unless you're talking about a Bulwark or a Lancelot. But even the Lancelot has the rush ability, even the Falcon has the jump ability. And sure, you may not use it all the time, but if you need to, you can do it. So yeah, so now for King of the Hill, C beacon will obviously be important, but if you go for it, they can easily jump over and take E. Obviously, King of the Hill is not in the mode pool, but just bear with me. I think that will be a key issue going for center, and then they just jumping over and taking your home. And for team deathmatch, obviously here there's so much cover that you can use, but if they push into this area, maybe even this area, if you're that focused here, and then they push here and here, they could jump on you, take shots from behind, and then maybe they can even jump and take your long range from here. So it's really not smart to have all long range at the beginning of the TDM game, because if they come up with Spectres, or Spectre Orkans, and Inquisitor with Splash, or maybe just even if they come up with a Pursuer Gust or 6 Hellburners, they can destroy all your long range and even put pressure on your other bots. And for free-for-all, to be honest, I haven't played it on this map, and I think it's really hard to get a free-for-all on Castle. But depending on where the spawns is, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be like one on the hill, one down here, like it was on the test server. And if it's like that, in whatever way it is, it's going to be just like all free-for-all is. Sure, long range is going to be not a major issue, but there's going to be some people who run Columbus and stuff like that, and that is going to be viable. But like all FFA, it's going to be Orkans, Spectres, all about stealth, Pursuer Gust, Hellburners, Falcons, Embers. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like rating down below. I'm going to be making a video covering exactly how to jump, cut through this bridge, maybe even some spots where you can hover down onto the water and maybe stay there for a while and make sure that the enemy can't get you. Covering how the center beacon works below, if you can cap it for below, and how close you have to be to it, and some other mechanics on this map. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification if you want to see what my next videos are. And yeah, see you guys next time.